Hey everybody, it's Jaylentis here and welcome back to another video, and today I'm gonna show you guys my entire Disney film collection dolls from the Disney store. And I apologize if the video is a little grainy today because the place I'm shooting the video doesn't have the best lighting. As you can see, I moved to a new place recently and I've yet to find a place that has good natural sunlight to film my videos because I am always broke from buying dolls. I cannot afford lamps, so I just rely on the sunlight, which is free. And most of the dolls that I'm going to show today also have their own individual reviews, so make sure to check out their playlist if you want a detailed look on them. But anyway, let's get started. So the way I stack the dolls, they're not in their chronological release orders. I just stack them to match their color themes, but I will still show you the dolls in the right order. Alright, so first up we have the Evanora, the Wicked Witch of the East from Oz the Great and Powerful, and they're actually the dolls that kicked off this entire series as they were the first live action dolls to debut. I think in the past Disney Store did Amy Adams as Giselle, but it wasn't really called Film Collection. But these Oz dolls are so amazing as a debuting first act. They have such wonderful costumes, and as you can see, she has a beautiful likeness to actress Rachel Weisz who plays her, and she even has like little jewels on her bodice, and her train is so long that you can actually like drape it behind her if you were to debox her. I actually took them out once. I only put them back when I had to move. And next up we have her sister, the Wicked Witch of the West, and oh, she is actually one of my favorite dolls from Disney ever. Her outfit is so detailed. I love her face sculpt, her expression. It just captures the character's essence perfectly, and it's really dark here, so you can just see like a black mess of her skirt, but she actually has like lots of different layers and laces. Her bodice and sleeves are actually made of a faux leather type material. And if you're wondering, she does not have hair. She just have like a black lava on her head, and if you take that off, she's completely bald. The story about a girl who got her weave snatched. And the last one from Oz is Glinda the Good, with likeness based on actress Michelle Williams, and again they just capture the look of the actress perfectly, and her dress is really one of the best Disney have done as well. It's this beautiful kind of sheer organza type of layer. She has like a little bow, and her dress is just gorgeous, like this really cute cocktail kind of dress. She wears this at the end of the film. It has many different layers and also like a little half pearl stuck onto it. And for accessories, she has her magic wand, her tiara, and really glittery pearl pumps. For our next movie, we have The Mistress of Not So Evil, actually, from the 2014 reimagining of Sleeping Beauty, Maleficent. It features Maleficent and Aurora in the collection. So, of course, Maleficent is based on, the so gorgeous Angelina Jolie. So she is another doll that doesn't have hair, but who needs hair when you have fabulously looking horns? And they are just sculpted so nicely. The effect of the leather wrapping on her horns are just amazing, and she has of course such amazing sculpt to look like Angelina Jolie, and her outfit is actually pretty detailed as well. Again, it's hard to see because it's black, but the entire fabric of the outfit is like textured, just like in the movie. Has like lines. She has like leather, faux leather flaps near her shoulders, a little gem in the middle, and also has a train that goes along to the back. Next up, we have the Elle Fanning as Princess Aurora. So she's featured in her gold outfit that she wears at the end of the film, and she has beautiful gold laurels for her crown, beautifully curled hair, and her outfit is actually really delicately beautiful as well. It's actually one of the softest material outfits I have felt from Disney. It's actually really delicate because the mesh layer on her dress can snag to a lot of things, and if you yank it out, they could like fray, so be careful with that. And the really fun thing about her face sculpt is that the other day when I was filming the review, either her eye paint was a little wonky because her eye was like higher than the other, but it actually turns out the actress Elle Fanning also have her eye a little bit higher than the other, so I think that's such a really nice detail. And now we move on to the girl who inspires us to be kind and keep dreaming and talk to mice, Cinderella. So Cinderella is another one of my favorite from this collection, and this is also the collection that started to introduce the live action versions of the limited edition dolls as well. But for the normal line, it includes the ball gown Cinderella in her blue dress with the face of the gorgeous Lily James. I love her expression. I love this doll's expression better than the limited edition one because the limited edition one looked moody, but she actually looks really pleasant and kind of daydreamy, so I like that. And her dress is really detailed with these plastic butterflies and the gems in her dress. And I also love the little flappy butterfly detail on the box as well. Then we have Helena and Bonham Carter as the fairy godmother, and oh, she's so fabulous. I love her so much, and her outfit is so beautiful. It's like really extravagant, really fits the personality of her in the movie. She has like plastic little wings with this huge collar and also these beautiful patterns on her dress. It's more of like a mesh layer on top of it. I don't really even know how to call it. It's just beautiful. It looks like veins or little things going on. Then we have Lady Tremaine, the wicked stepmother, played by the amazing Cate Blanchett. Again, she's so fabulous. I love her so much. I loved her as Galadriel in The Lord of the Rings, and she plays this part fabulously evil as well. And she's featured in the very outfit that you see first in the movie with this huge sun hat with a green bodice and a huge skirt. And I think this skirt is actually an overlay. I think she has like another layer underneath, a tighter skirt. But if you debox her, you can take a look at her boots, which are actually very accurately detailed like in the film. And finally, from Cinderella, we have the 2-pack of Prince Charming Kit and Wedding Cinderella. So this is the first 2-pack that they've introduced in the film collection, and this set is so beautiful, especially Cinderella alone. The dress, her veil is very soft, and she's so detailed with her crown and her earrings and the gems on her bodice. And Kit is very amazing as well. His outfit is actually have a lot of embroidered details, and this set is really a standout piece from the collection. And looky, we're getting closer to the current timeline, so now we move on to Alice Through the Looking Glass, which just came out last year. So in this collection we have Alice herself, based on the likeness of actress Mila. I always forget her name. I just looked up her name before I start doing this video. Okay, I'm trying to remember. I think it's Weisz. I'm so sorry if I butcher that, but again, she is really beautiful with her likeness to the actress, and I think she could be an amazing base if you guys want to do a custom of her character from the movie Crimson Peak. Oh, that's such a great movie, and I have a friend who's thinking of doing that, but she is always just delaying, okay? You know who you are. Even though this movie didn't do so well, the doll collection is a success for me. They actually went back to doing individual backgrounds for each character. Then we have the White Queen, based on Anne Hathaway's likeness. Again, spot on. Her outfit is so detailed. I really want to do a custom Mia from Princess Diaries if I can get her skin tone to normal human level. Next up, we have Johnny Depp as the Mad Hatter, and I think because of his extravagant makeup and the hair and the eyebrows and everything, it's hard to tell if he really looks like Johnny Depp or not, but I think the overall likeness is there. The most amazing thing on him is that he actually have rooted eyebrows. He has like so many different layers of clothing as well. And talking about underrated, we have Time. I think a lot of people brushed him off because he was a new character, but his outfit, he has like a mixture of sculpted pieces and actual real fabric clothing to that perfect balance, and it's so accurately faithfully recreated from the movie. He have his scepter, even his gold bracelet is on there along with the chronosphere. And last but not least, we have the Red Queen from Alice, based on the likeness of Helena Bonham Carter. So she's like a Disney veteran at this point. She's in every Disney movie. And the really cool thing is that instead of just basing it on her face sculpt from Cinderella, they actually reworked her entire face. She actually have a bigger head, the bigger forehead, and her facial features are slightly different from the fairy godmother doll as well. Now we've come to the full circle with the most current release, of course, the Beauty and the Beast collection, and I recently did their review, so you can go check that out if you want a detailed look on them. Again, this line, even though it's met with kind of mixed reaction towards their likenesses, the outfits are stunning and so detailed. Overall, I would still say that this line is a success. Now I want to show you guys a comparison on how the boxes have changed over the years. So when the Oz dolls first came out, on the back of their boxes, it actually tells you a little bit about their characters, which is really interesting, and I loved reading that. And the boxes are really decorative of each character's themes. And now on the current boxes, they actually show the picture of the actor from the movie, so that is really great. I love that, but the downside is that they no longer explain you about the character. The little explanation that you get on the back of the box is actually telling you what the Disney Film Collection is about. And the description is the same on every doll's box, which is still good to read, but I think if a person is buying this doll already, they would know what this line is about. I'm really happy with the inclusion of the actors' portraits, but in the future I hope they would replace that generic description and instead put something interesting about the characters like they used to do with Oz. Oh, and here is another thing that I really loved about the Oz dolls. So in addition to having their own character-specific background themes, the plastic of their boxes also have their character-exclusive decorations. So for Glinda, you can see bubbles and flowers, and for the Wicked Witch, you can see these flying monkeys. So I thought that was really cool, and I hope they re-include that on their future dolls. As a closing note, I think this is a fantastic line from the Disney Store. Not just for Disney fans, but for, you know, the service that they're doing for repainters and customizers, because they're creating these amazing molds of these actors. For example, Cate Blanchett as Lady Tremaine. Now a repainter or a customizer can use that face sculpt and turn her into Lady Galadriel from The Lord of the Rings, or any other character that Cate Blanchett have played in another movie. The same goes to Helena Bonham Carter as the fairy godmother. Her iconic roles are countless, you can turn into any of them, and I've seen a lot of people do amazing Bellatrix Lestrange from Harry Potter with her sculpt. Imagine the possibilities! Calm down, Jamie. I got a little carried away back there, but I think this is so great. I really hope Disney continues to do this line with all their live action movies and we get more face sculpts of these actors, as long as they don't repeat that two-piece mask and wig thing on Belle. And my collection isn't complete actually. I'm missing a few dolls, namely Oz himself from The Great and Powerful. I think I passed on him because I didn't quite like his face. And I also passed on the Lone Ranger series with Johnny Depp and Armie Hammer. And of course I'm missing that huge deluxe gift set from Cinderella. It's a really amazing set. I think I only passed because I couldn't afford it at that time. It retailed for over $200, so I was like, I'm gonna wait for a sale. But it was a very wrong decision since they sold out pretty fast. Phew! So overall, I think that is it on my Disney Store film collection dolls. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, like I said, you can check out their individual detailed reviews on them. I'll put the link to the playlist in the description below. And you can also check me out on Instagram at JLentisToys for more photos. But right now, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all soon in my next video. Bye!